Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next topic that is a multi-level paging or hierarchical paging guys. So the reason why we study this multi-level paging is so assume that this is a hypothetical case you can assume, but in reality this is the reality guys. Okay, but whenever you want to try to solve this type of problems, it will be really complex, right? Yes, so that is the reason why we will be taking some hypothetical cases to prove that it is going to be an issue. Okay, yes, so assume that your main memory is really small guys. Okay, at that time what we can do is so it will be we will be making it into multiple pieces guys, so concentrate here. Okay, so assume this as your main memory. Okay, and this is your page tables. Okay, so initially this is your page table size. Okay, but this page table size is not fitting in the exact slot. So previously, if you recall, we have discussed that we are going to divide our main memory into 1 KB slots, right? Our secondary memory as well as our main memory into 1 KB slots. So assume that this 1 KB slots are given, and there are a lot of this 1 KB slots, because of which the page table size has become more, and this page table cannot fit in a single slot here guys. Okay, so it should fit inside it, right? If you recall, I clearly told you that the page table will also fit in a single slot inside it, but due to this high size it is not able to fit. So what we do is, for this page table we create a smaller page table which can fit in this location. If that page table is also not fitting, we will again make one more page table. So as this process goes on, so the page table will size slowly will reduce or become half, right? So if you observe this table, so initially it was 8, assume in that way. So then it became 2. After that it became 1. So in this way it is going to break into pieces. Okay, yes. So this is the concept of a multi-level paging. Okay, so I think most of the students got at least some basic idea, right? Yes. So what is the best example for this is let us take a book example guys. Okay, so assume that the book is having a particular offset, so assume this as a line number. Okay, and each and every book, any kind of standard book if you take, it is going to have page numbers, right? Yes. So you can read from the book with the help of page numbers, but in the index if you give each and every page number, so assume that you wrote a book guys. Okay, so it is only of 10 pages. So at that time in the index you can say in page number 1 you will find this topic, in page number 2 you will find this topic, in page number 3 you will find this topic, page number 4 this topic, page number 5 this topic, page number 6 this topic, page number 7 this topic, 8 this topic, 9 this topic, 10 this topic. Because here there are only 10 pages, writing 10 definitions or 10 things is really easy. But what if your book is having 1000 pages or 5000 pages? So at that time this thing isn't a joke, right? So that is the reason why we make them into chapters guys. So the first 50 pages belongs to this chapter, so that is chapter 1. So in that way, so basically now previously it was a 10 pages, so we were able to write a 10 things, headings. Okay, so but now it is a 500 pages. Okay, so we make 50 pages as a one chapter and we write for those 10 chapters. So assume that instead of 50 now it is a 500. So now there will be 100 units or 100 chapters and the book will be this much fat. So what they do is they create some volumes, right? So volume 1, volume 2, like H.C. Verma or some other books. H.C. Verma is a standard thing, right? Yes. Okay. So in that way we are going to break it, right? Yes. Okay, so we are going to break it into multiple pieces until you end up with a neat index. So assume that you wrote a book guys. In that book there is an index with only a single page. How much efficient or how much good it will look guys. So you will open it, you will find your required topic, you will go there, that's it. Wow, that's really interesting, right? Yes. So that is the advantage with respect to this thing. Okay, so hence the main memory store is needed to be reduced. Okay, so the disadvantage with this particular process is if there is a large program, a single function can be stored in a different pages, hence it will be an issue. So basically if you are having really a huge program, so that will be broken into multiple chunks and they could be in different layers, so that will be a huge mess, right? Yes. Okay, so that's a small disadvantage with respect to this. So the structure will look in this way guys. So first you will have a PTP, page table. So page table, page table. So these are the page tables, and based on your levels, as you pass level by level, you will go. So if you want me to explain you more details, so concentrate here. So assume that you are searching for volume 2, chapter 10, page number 130 and line number 7. Okay, so at that time what you will first do is you will open that particular volume 2 book, right? Yes. So once you open it, you will search for chapter 10, then you will search for page number 30, then you will search for page number 7. So that is the exact process which is going on here, and at the end you will find the particular word which you are searching. Got it? Yes. So I think I have explained you with some simple terminology, because going in depth of this particular topic might be not that much important, right? Yes, because this is our system uses this, but we can rarely expect a question from this, right? So I think only one question has been given on this particular structure, guys. Okay, yes. So now you got the idea of multi-level paging or hierarchical paging, right? Yes. Okay. So in the next lecture, I think we'll be ending the lecture here itself, guys. I don't want to mix the topics. So in the next lecture, we'll be discussing about the concept of a segmentation, guys. Okay, and after that we will be moving on to the concept of segmentation and paging. So basically segmentation came like a hero, and it told that you are keeping internal fragmentation, because paging is not saying any answer with respect to internal fragmentation, right? So now segmentation said that I will take care of internal fragmentation, I am coming here, so don't worry. So that's what segmentation is going to say, and let us check how much efficient is it, and will we use it or not. So everything we'll be checking in the next lecture, guys. Okay, yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.